Hello, my name is Martin Mave and welcome to Random Reveal, a news and notes sort of podcast. On October 14th, WWE took a significant step in securing its intellectual property by initiating the trademark application process for the ring name of one of its promising NXT talents, Brinley Reece. This move demonstrates the organization's commitment to safeguarding the unique identities and brands of its performers. Brinley Reece, a budding star in the world of professional wrestling, recently graced the WWE NXT stage. Her debut took place during the latest episode, which aired on a Tuesday, and she faced a formidable opponent in the form of Arianna Grace. Despite her valiant efforts, Reece faced a setback in her first outing, experiencing defeat at the hands of Grace. WWE's decision to file for the trademark of Brinley Reece's ring name is indicative of their strategic approach to branding and marketing their talents. This trademark application is a crucial step towards solidifying Reece's presence within the WWE ecosystem, ensuring that her identity remains uniquely associated with the world of professional wrestling. It also underscores the company's dedication to nurturing and promoting new talents as they make their way through the ranks of NXT and onto the larger stage of WWE entertainment. In an interview with the SI Media podcast, Bill Simmons said the upcoming Netflix documentary about Vince McMahon will arrive in the first part of 2024. He previously noted that McMahon did not have any say on the final cut of the project, but would get to see clips before it airs. On when the documentary will arrive, he said, "I think it's going to be the first part of next year. Chris Smith is directing it. I don't know if he's one of the 5 best documentary directors or one of the 3. Whatever shortlist there is, he's on it. We spent a lot of time on it. I don't want to say too much. On if he had access to McMahon. Yes. That was the initial conceit of it. I don't want to say too much, but I think it has the chance to be pretty spectacular. On how the story will be presented, it's a few parts. I'm pretty passionate about this. I think people pump, they add parts or make this stuff longer than it needs to be because that's how you get paid more to do a documentary. I'm anti that guy. I want these things to be the exact right length. I could never figure it out with my column. My column was always too long, but shaping a documentary is a lot like writing a column and figuring out, I love that paragraph, but I have to cut it out. This moves better if I take that out. With documentaries, if someone is doing it correctly, they are amazing pieces of art. It's not just the director. There are a couple of editors, but there is usually one incredible editor, which we have for this. It's a lot of people involved and there is real TLC. You can't think of it like, we can stretch this to 6 hours. This could be 6 instead of 4. I think that's crazy. This is about Vince McMahon, his life, and wrestling, so obviously, it can't be 2 hours. During a recent appearance on WWE's The Bump, WWE Raw General Manager Adam Pearce opened up about his longing for the days when he and Paul Heyman engaged in spirited verbal exchanges on SmackDown. Pearce, who was known for his sharp wit and quick comebacks, expressed his sentiment regarding this dynamic in an interview with WrestlingInc.com. He shared, "One aspect of my previous role that I'll genuinely miss is the heated verbal sparring with Paul Heyman, much of which the WWE Universe never had the opportunity to witness. While there were glimpses of our banter on SmackDown, behind the scenes, there were numerous instances of passionate verbal tete-a-tetes between Paul and me on a wide range of topics, and I believe I'll genuinely miss that." This conversation comes in the wake of Adam Pearce's recent appointment as the general manager of Raw, a position that places him in charge of WWE's flagship show. In a parallel development, Nick Aldis holds the role of general manager for SmackDown, adding a new layer of intrigue to the ongoing brand rivalry within the WWE universe. In a recent video where Fuego del Sol evaluated various AEW wrestlers, he candidly expressed his reservations regarding AEW World Champion MJF and recounted a specific incident that left a lasting impression on him. Fuego del Sol's remarks shed light on his complex relationship with MJF, highlighting both his admiration for MJF's undeniable talent and a past encounter that left him somewhat disillusioned. Fuego del Sol made it clear that his reservations about MJF weren't rooted in a disregard for his wrestling abilities. He commended MJF as an exceptional talent, particularly praising his mastery of the microphone and his ability to captivate audiences with his promos. Moreover, he acknowledged MJF's prowess inside the ring, acknowledging that he consistently delivers top-notch matches and has established himself as a marquee attraction in the wrestling world. However, Fuego del Sol went on to reveal an incident that occurred during his early days in AEW, even before he secured a contract with the promotion. He recalled an off-handed and disparaging remark made by MJF in front of a sizable audience backstage. While he acknowledged that MJF might not even remember the incident, Fuego del Sol certainly does. This experience left an indelible mark on him, emphasizing that not all individuals in the wrestling industry are alike when it comes to offering support, constructive criticism, or even basic interaction. In his recollection, Fuego del Sol noted that MJF tended to keep to himself and never extended much in the way of conversation or camaraderie. Ultimately, Fuego del Sol's remarks suggest that while he and MJF might not be each other's cup of tea, he remains resolute in his belief that personal opinions should never overshadow one's recognition of another's professional prowess. Despite his personal reservations about MJF, Fuego del Sol firmly asserted that he acknowledges and respects MJF's tremendous talent. In a recent interview, Swerve Strickland, a prominent figure in the world of AEW, drew an intriguing parallel between his wrestling persona and Killmonger, the compelling antagonist from Marvel's Black Panther. He offered a profound insight into his character's complex appeal, likening it to the enigmatic and morally ambiguous nature of Killmonger in the film. Swerve Strickland mused about his character, stating, "I'm aiming to bring something fresh and distinctive to the wrestling scene. I see myself as somewhat akin to Killmonger. Just like Killmonger's character in Black Panther, I may engage in some morally ambiguous actions, leaving fans torn between being drawn to my character's magnetism and being appalled by my choices. It's all about creating a certain atmosphere and intrigue." Regarding the reception of his character and the Mogul Embassy, Strickland expressed his delight at the growing fanbase embracing his persona and the associated group. He highlighted the positive response not only to himself but also to key figures such as Prince, Nana and Brian Cage. It's evident that the synergy within the Mogul Embassy is resonating with wrestling enthusiasts, making them integral elements of the AEW experience. Tomorrow's edition of AEW Rampage promises to be a monumental spectacle as it plays host to an eagerly anticipated showdown between two of the wrestling world's most prominent talents, CMLL's enigmatic Mystico and the electrifying Rocky Romero. This highly anticipated contest has been aptly billed as the Mexico's pound-for-pound crown match, and it's set to be a clash of titans that will decide who holds the prestigious title. In an uplifting display of international collaboration and sportsmanship, the wrestling community was thrilled to witness CMLL express their gratitude to AEW in a statement released earlier today. This gesture reflects not only the significance of this impending battle but also the shared commitment to delivering world-class wrestling entertainment that unites fans across borders. This transcendent matchup is a testament to the power of professional wrestling in fostering camaraderie and respect among organizations, making it an event that will undoubtedly be etched in the annals of wrestling history. CMLL gives our sincerest thanks to Tony Khan Amp, AEW for the attention given to our talent Amp, our General Director Salvador Lutheroth in the tapings for AEW Rampage that took place yesterday in Rosenberg, Texas. We wish to reiterate firmly that the collaboration between CMLL Amp, AEW will be fruity Amp, beneficial to both parties, and that it will be the start of a solid relationship. The opportunity to show our talent on an international stage like AEW Rampage has been an honor Amp, a privilege for us. We are grateful for the welcoming reception that the AEW fans gave during the one-on-one bout that Mystico Amp, Rocky Romero had, which will be aired on October 20th on TNT at 10:09 Central Time. Mickie James collaborated with Raven during her early career days in TNA, and she has since opened up about the invaluable lessons she gained from that experience. In a recent interview with Under the Ring, James delved into her time as a member of The Gathering, while performing under the persona of Alexis Lurie. Recalling her time in TNA, Mickie James emphasized the pivotal role Raven played in shaping her career. She spoke candidly about the profound impact this collaboration had on her development as a professional wrestler. The unique opportunity to be part of The Gathering, a faction known for its edgy and alternative wrestling style, allowed James to hone her skills and embrace her creative side as Alexis Lurie. In her interview, James delved into the transformative power of her association with Raven and The Gathering. She highlighted how working alongside established talents like Raven and absorbing their knowledge influenced her in ring style, character development, and overall approach to the wrestling industry. The experience not only provided her with a platform to showcase her talents but also served as a stepping stone to her future success in the wrestling world. Mickie James's journey from her early days as Alexis Lurie within The Gathering to becoming a prominent figure in the wrestling industry is a testament to the significance of her early career experiences. These formative years helped shape her into the accomplished and respected wrestler she is today. To be able to go down there and sit under Raven's learning tree, and if you've ever listened to Raven or had a conversation with Raven, he goes very in-depth, James said. He's super cerebral in how he analyzes everything. It was cool because it made me think about wrestling in a whole different way. She continued, it was an amazing thing for me because I was still new and I knew how to do the moves, but I didn't know the first thing of why I was doing any of them. He helped me have a better understanding of the in-ring performance, but also the business side and behind the scenes because a lot of work gets done behind the scenes. During a recent appearance on Fightful's The Hump podcast, Matt Cardona engaged in a candid conversation regarding the possibility of making a comeback to WWE. He shed light on the two pivotal factors that would influence his decision to return: the financial aspect and the compelling narrative opportunities that WWE could offer him. Cardona, a seasoned professional wrestler, contemplated a WWE return not just as a matter of financial gain but also as an opportunity to embark on a captivating storyline. This perspective highlights his passion for storytelling within the world of professional wrestling, emphasizing that the quality and depth of the narrative would play a significant role in his decision-making process. In this intriguing discussion, Cardona's words resonated with fans and industry insiders alike, sparking anticipation and speculation about what an eventual return to WWE might entail. His openness to both financial negotiations and the creative aspects of his character development underscored the complexities and nuances involved in the world of professional wrestling, where business acumen and storytelling prowess are inextricably intertwined. Listen, if I get a phone call right now, of course I'd pick it up and we'd have a conversation, he said. I'd be lying if I said I never wanted to wrestle at Madison Square Garden again or wrestle at WrestleMania again, but for right now, I'm having the time of my life. I'm having so much fun, I'm making so much money. He continued, what would it take? Cash and creative, you know? There's no guarantees in wrestling, but I'd need some intention, you know what I'm saying? I don't just want to be another guy on the roster, been there and done that, and nothing against that, but I did that. I'm over it. Well, I hope you enjoyed this program. Value of Wrestling wants to thank you and invite you to our YouTube channel every Sunday at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for the weekly Roundup podcast, where Big Time and Paulus Clark break down all the story beats for Raw, Dynamite, SmackDown, Rampage, and Collision, as well as any breaking news and rumors. If you've been watching the last several episodes, we've had our colleague Miguel Z, the host of the New Japan Rebound podcast from Spotify, join us, and there's always new content coming out, whether we're getting an episode of The Messiah's Wisdom with Marty Richards or an audio article like 100% Mark. You never know what's next to pop off and contribute to the continuing conversation about the fandom that we love. So remember to check out the YouTube channel, like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications so you know when new content for Value of Wrestling is coming out.